Hello, this is Hugh from QLC. Welcome back. Today we're going to talk about the misinformation of the capabilities of the world's richest billionaires. In essence, we are now being told by the likes of The Independent and CNN that the world's richest billionaires have amassed roughly £400 billion, which is supposedly enough money to have the whole world vaccinated against a great disease, which has almost destroyed our global economy. Here's the issue with that. The issue with this is the fact that these billionaires, the majority of their net worth is based on the valuation of their assets. It's not about how much cash they have in the bank. That's how most people, make and keep their money. They make money from a job and then they put it in a bank account. That's not how these billionaires become billionaires. These billionaires, the majority of their net worth is based on the valuation of their assets, such as their stocks, their shares, obviously the shares of the companies that they're invested in or that they run or own, as well as any real estate or crypto or intellectual property they may have, and so on and so forth. It's very difficult for these asset rich billionaires to be able to liquidate their assets so quickly and so efficiently for them to draw up enough money and to raise enough money to save the world and vaccinate the world from the great disease. Let's say you're Jeff Bezos and you decide to save the world with vaccinations and raise enough money so that you can have what's 400 billion divided by 10? Let's say 40 billion pounds. Let's say you're one of the 10 richest people in the world and you all decide to raise enough money by liquidating your own assets and you decide to raise 40 billion pounds each, and you're Jeff Bezos and you're one of the people doing it. Let's say you do that. Let's say you decide to liquidate 40 billion pounds worth of shares of Amazon and you sell that and you get the cash. Or at least you try to attempt it. If you try to attempt that, people are going to catch wind of you trying to sell a lot of Amazon shares in a very short time frame, and people are going to automatically suspect or presume that you have lost faith in your company. They're going to presume that you're trying to move on to bigger and better things. And this means that investors are going to lose faith in your company and they're going to pull out. The valuation of your company will decline, which means that all that money that you were trying to raise will be a lot less than you thought it would be. Instead of getting 40 billion, you might get 10 billion, you might get 5, depending on how drastic the fall in stock price would be. That's the main issue with this. And it's a big issue because this could lead to employees losing their jobs, and it could definitely lead to a tarnished impression of the company. Some people would consider some of these billionaires to be cash poor. I wouldn't go that far, but I definitely know that Jeff Bezos doesn't have like £100 billion in a bank account somewhere. That's not how his, his that's not how his net worth operates. It's a different level, it's a different ball game, and I am not an expert in that. But I do know that he can't just draw out the money immediately and save the world with vaccines. The fact that Oxfam are out here stating that these billionaires have all that money just at hand to give out to us so that they can vaccinate the world, it's actually irresponsible. It shows that these guys, whoever came up with that statement, they don't know enough about economics, and they should do a tiny bit more research on basic economics before coming up with these statements and scaring the world and making people think that being very rich is a bad thing. Because I know what it's like to be not. I know what it's like to be poor. If I had a choice between being very poor or being very rich, I'd rather be very rich. That means I can look out for friends, family, anybody else that I like. I can give millions to charitable causes. It won't even dent my bank balance. It won't even make a difference. But I can't do that right now because I'm not rich. When I am rich, I'd like to do those things. And these billionaires, they do give money to charity. They give what they can because they're not able to give the billions away because the billions are all tied up in stock valuation and the valuation of their assets. So when people are out here trying to tell you that the world's richest people are so frugal and so evil that they've got all this money, but they're not going to give it away so that they can stabilize the global economy and save the world, don't listen to them because it's nonsense. I'm sure for the sake of PR alone, let alone of whether these people are good people or not, they'd love to save the world with vaccines. But that's not how the money works. So please, be critical when reading such articles that tell you that rich people are evil, that they got all this money at hand, and that they don't want to help people. Because of course they do. Because it benefits them too. It benefits the world if we get rid of this stupid disease. Thank you for listening. This is Hugh from QLC. Please like my stuff, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you soon.